He did what? Well, I was wrong. My guess was 2 booster boxes, and that was a third correct. Logan Paul purchased 6 first edition booster boxes of base set Pokemon cards, totaling roughly $2 million. That's absolutely insane. And it's got me thinking, why? Welcome back. Appreciate your continued support so much. If this is your first time here, welcome. My name's SwiftShock. Here we hang out, we talk Pokemon, we try and have a good time. I invite you to go ahead and subscribe so you can come back, hang out with us again. Why 6? Alright, so we're here to talk about Logan Paul and his recent Pokemon purchases, and their big ones. I speculated last night what the purchase might be. I assumed maybe 2 booster boxes, and I was very wrong to the tune of about 3 times as much. No, I'm actually not here to talk to you primarily about Logan Paul. I actually want to discuss with you the effect he's had on the market, as well as the effect he will have on the market. In October, with that first base set, first edition booster box, everything spiked. Vintage shot up so quick and so fast that it immediately became unattainable for those without really deep pockets. So they turned their eyes to the set evolutions. That was the first set to really see an insane increase outside of vintage. That's primarily because it's considered a reprint of the base set. Now, it's not a true reprint, but we're not going to be getting into that in this video. Booster boxes of evolutions went from the $100 to $200 range almost immediately up to the $300 to $400 range once it became the target of the market's interest. Just a quick status check, quick vital check of that set. They are now about $1,000 a box. That is an amazing amount of increase in a very short amount of time. These kind of things I don't have a problem with. They are out of print. They are, in my mind, now officially only a collectible. And for an out of print set, it's an investor's market. Now, once evolution became out of reach for your average Pokemon fan, the attention was turned to sealed current product. That's Vivid Voltage, Darkness Ablaze, Rebel Clash, Sword and Shield, and a couple of the later Sun and Moon sets. They started to climb, and a quick status check on that. The set Vivid Voltage that is not even 3 months old now is going for $200 a booster box. That is crazy. Excuse me, north of 200. Last one I checked was I think $250 with like $20 shipping. That's a lot. That is becoming unattainable for the average fan, and now we're seeing that same effect ripple down to singles. We are seeing singles that have not been out for Vivid Voltage. Let's look at Vivid Voltage. We've got full art trainers that are selling for $60, $100. Now that sealed product is becoming more out of reach for your average Pokemon consumer, the attention is being turned to singles. You've got singles that weren't that valuable not that long ago, shooting up seemingly overnight in full art trainers, going for 100 or more when roll back the clock just 2-3 months ago and they were $15, $20 at most. And that is insane. That is the kind of effect that we are still experiencing from that first booster box break. Now, with this next booster box break, do I expect something similar? No. I think that the course will correct. Nintendo will catch up. Pokemon will be back on shelves very, very soon. I made a video about it, and it might take 6 months. It might take a year. It'll get back to normal for the average Pokemon consumer. Where it won't return to normal ever is going to be vintage. Now, vintage is a segment that has seen an insane amount of gains, just like everything else in Pokemon. But like any other collectible, the further away you get from print ending, the more valuable it is because it is simply not being produced anymore. Since October, we know of 9 sealed booster boxes that have moved, changed hands, or been broken. There's the first one that Logan Paul opened. The user, Rihanna Keeves, shout out for not only the tip, but the awesome name, mentioned the dumb money booster box break. Now, if you recall, it was another piece of big Pokemon news. It was a live stream booster box break that turned out being a resealed booster box. They did eventually track down a booster box to sell an auction for the charity of their choice. So they also removed one from circulation. So there's 2. We have Leonhardt, who just broke the seal on a booster box. He has not opened the packs yet, although he does intend to. He just wanted to verify on camera that it was a real box. And now we have the 6 that Logan Paul just moved into his possession, and he intends on breaking one of those boxes open for another live stream. That got me thinking, why buy 6 and only open 1? There's multiple things he could be doing with the other 5. He can be stashing them in his own collection, waiting for the value to go up. He can immediately turn around and sell them to try and recuperate his money. The thing that worries me the most is his share of the market now. I don't know that there's an official number. I think I said 30 last night. That's just what I heard. I don't believe there's any way to really track, really know. There might be a case of this somewhere. Who knows? What really terrifies me about this, though, after he breaks the 1 box open, shreds all the booster packs, turns the lights off, goes home, he still has 5 sealed booster boxes, and there's a number of things he can do with it. He can sit on them and invest them a bit. He can turn around and sell them, trying to recoup his funds. But at the end of the day, he now controls the market majority of sealed vintage booster box first editions that, to our knowledge, exist. And that's a little terrifying, because with this majority that he owns now, he gets to dictate how much these go for. Because from the looks of his video, he bought the only ones that were willing to be sold. And if that's the case, these other owners aren't willing to sell them, and he gets to decide when these ones move and at what price. And that's interesting. My personal opinion, maybe one of these boxes sell for over $1 million before the year's out. That's crazy, but so's buying 6 booster boxes. Now, obviously, like I said, vintage will never be the same again. Will we, as the average consumer, the people that are buying current sets, the people that are buying 10-year-old sets, the people that are tiptoeing into the 15-year-old sets, will we see that same reverberation that we did before? I don't think so. I think anybody that was going to be brought back into the hobby is already here. That's not to say that hardcore fans didn't come back and intend to stay, but the more casual fan, I can already see them starting to slip away and kind of walk back away from Pokemon. So I don't feel that we're going to get the same reverberations now that we had back in October. I think we've hit our peak as far as singles and current sets go. Now, that's not to say that Shining Fates is going to be readily available. That's not to say that Battle Styles is going to be readily available. That's not to say that the 25th anniversary set is going to be readily available. I just don't see the same increases. Case in point, Vivid Voltage doubled in price over a month's time, really, 2 months' time. That's not going to happen again. These booster boxes aren't going to be $400 in 2 months' time from now. I really only see this affecting vintage at the end of the day. Now, that might spill over more into Fossil, Jungle, Rocket, the Neo series. We might start seeing a lot more crazy gains there. But as far as like the average Pokemon consumer, you know, the Sword and Shields, the Sun and Moons, I really don't think that we are going to be dealing with this in 2 years' time. I can't see the future. That's just my prediction. I want to know your prediction. Go and hit me up in the comments below. I love having a conversation with you guys. I want to know what you think. What is going to come of the other 5 booster boxes? What's going to happen to the vintage market? What's going to happen to Pokemon on a whole? What's your prediction? Guys, I hope you like this video. If you got this far and you do like it, go ahead and do just that. Hit that like button. If you could and have not already, hit that subscribe button. Let's keep coming back together, hanging out. I did want to mention the lighting. I got a recommendation from my editor, my daughter, who said it might look cool if I use just the light in front of the camera and none of the other lights. So let me know also down in the comments below what you think of the lighting setup. I give you my opinion. I think it looks cool. I don't know if it's for me. Let me know what the community thinks. Let me know what you think. Voice your opinion down below. Let's have a conversation. Just because this video's ending doesn't mean we have to stop hanging out. Till next time, guys.